All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from our apartments. My name's Will DeFries. To my right, Dave Ruff.
Let's try this again. How do I sound?
You sound great, Dave.
Fantastic. How are you doing, Will?
I'm a little bummed. My first intro that we did today that everyone will see on social media later. My first intro was just really good, and the one that I just did was terrible. And so I'm really just beating myself up over this.
Yeah, it's pretty much on me. More so on the technology, but it's on me.
It's okay. I don't blame you. I should have came with the same heat that I had on that first intro, but at least people will be able to see it on Twitter at Circling Back Pod or Instagram at Circling Back Pod as well.
If we can ever get the video.
Yeah. Shouts to Brett. Brett's filling in for Dylan today.
Yeah. Did we fire Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan's done. He actually quit. He rage quit. I beat him at one.
We were going over the numbers for March, and with everything that's going on, we had to make a tough decision.
Yep. And we were like, Dylan, you're just no longer on the podcast. I'm sorry, man. No, Dylan's under the weather. So we thought we'd have Brett fill in. And we can – I don't want to out Dylan of why he's under the weather. I'm going to let him do that himself. But
it's not COVID.
It's not COVID. It's not a symptom of COVID, that's for sure.
Well, wasn't it it was a bowel issue, right?
No. That is a symptom for some people.
Really? The symptoms for this thing are all over the place.
They're not really, though.
But like you have your main three, and then people are like, from the main 3 or 4, you're getting all kinds of shit. I've heard.
I don't know.
I've heard wet cough now. I've heard nausea, bowel issues. I've heard that they run the gamut at this point.
I want to live in a world about 5 months ago where there's really not a dry cough and a wet cough. There's just a cough. Wet cough is it's just those two words should never be put next to each other.
Do you guys do dry or wet dog food?
I like a moist hack.
Both.
You mix?
Yeah.
Only dry. Only dry.
We do dry and then a scoop of the good stuff. Although Randy has been getting boiled shredded chicken.
Whoa.
Unseasoned.
Yeah, we were actually low on dog food last week, and the company that we used to get the dog food, they were behind on their shipments for obvious reasons. And so we started giving Rosie human food. Dog approved human food. And she didn't take to it well, so your boy was cleaning up throw up for a while.
Ooh. Who do you use, Will? Chewy?
We're a Chewy family, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't support local, but in this economy, I can't justify not getting those Chewy discounts. So what am I do?
Chewy may be the coldest email open rate of my life. I think I've sent Chewy 40 emails at this point.
I don't know if they need our business.
I am 0 for 40 on Chewy.
They are I think they're doing pretty well from all the people that I've heard.
I think so too. So I've resorted to smaller subscription dog food companies.
Rosie did get a little New York strip last night.
Wow.
I don't want to flex on everybody, but Sally and I did make a steak last night in our apartment without setting off the fire alarms. So,
is chicken and rice like the dog world equivalent of like a ginger ale for a human?
Yes.
Greek yogurt.
Oh. Okay.
Anytime the one time we've had to hit up the vet about Randy having like a tummy issue, they're like, "Oh, just chicken and rice, no seasoning." Okay.
We just do Greek yogurt, and it solves all the problems.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that is about the Greek yogurt.
I don't know. It just hardens everything up inside.
Oh.
Okay.
Got no other words for that. I think we can probably move on.
It's like the doggy Imodium. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did Dylan go right for the Athletic?
Dylan, I think is.
I thought it was the Players Tribune.
Has he updated his LinkedIn yet? Nope. Still real estate professional. He'll be fine. He's going to land on his feet.
I have a thought, and a lot of people have had this thought, so this is probably not completely original, but right now, in the next couple of weeks, this is the cleanest air we'll ever breathe in our lifetime.
Why?
Because no one's on the road.
True.
Very only essentials. So I think any I don't know what it looks like in Los Angeles or towns that have like really bad smog, maybe Mexico City. But I was outside the other day and I was just like, man, it's not going to get better than this as far as air goes.
Did you see the viral tweet about like the I'm gonna botch how you say this. The River Seine? Seine? How do you say it? Seine? Full Seine, dude.
The River
Did you see the
Seine.
tweet about that, about how clean it is now and everything like that?
Really?
Yeah, but I could be convinced that the photos/videos that are in this tweet are just from like Epcot or something. Like I'm not sold that they're actually from Italy.
The water's like dyed blue or something like that.
Yeah, it was like way too quick after Italy was getting devastated. I mean, is getting devastated by everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go on a limb and say that it's not just this like immediate thing. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I would love it if it was clean over there.
There's a funny tweet going around about the river walk in San Antonio.
What is it?
And it's like that the river, I think there's a serious tweet showing that the river walk is like clear now,
Yeah.
which is normally not. It's very muddy and murky.
It's just gross.
And then somebody had a viral tweet and it says, the river's so clear the dolphins are back now, and they photoshopped in the dolphins. It's, it's cute. It's cute in times like these,
That's funny. That's funny.
I like that.
Can I make a major announcement?
Sure.
Dude, Wilmon's bucket hats are available at watchmedia.com/shop.
Come on.
Dang.
To the numerous people who bought them yesterday, thank you for validating the 10 minutes of work it took me to put that together.
Dozens of people, actually.
Literal dozens of people have bought Wilmon's bucket. I'm pleasantly surprised. It's not the best-selling item we've ever had, but in terms of my expectations versus the reality of how many we've sold, I'm amazed at how many we've sold.
The one thing though, you guys did have a production snag in the Wilmon's kitchen with the beanbag chair. What? You just didn't have enough packing sacks?
We did sell one beanbag chair, but I had to refund that customer. It's the hardest email I've ever written. But we had a beanbag chair that we released yesterday. Unfortunately, when I put all that together, I didn't take into account how much it was going to cost to ship this beanbag from the warehouse where it's produced, which is in Europe. And so every beanbag cost way too much to send over here. And with our margins, I don't think people are going to want to buy a $250 beanbag from a small to mid-sized podcast.
It's true. We might have the worst margins of any small to mid-sized media company.
No, we're fine. We're fine. I'm pleased right now. As long as people got shirts on the back, I don't care.
That's true. That's true. If you have shirts, if we make even 1 cent, I think I'm okay with it.
Yep. As long as you're repping.
As long as you're repping.
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Do you recognize what's over my left shoulder?
I don't know my lefts and rights, and I can only see so much. I can't tell what that is. Sorry.
Is this video going to get out? Can people see this?
Yeah.
But I feel like as a group we're having a really hard time deciphering like what videos are coming out. There you go. I wasn't even there for that. Dave's wearing pit vipers.
I found my pit vipes, and now they're going to be a nice decoration for my little study here.
Did you wear those to the Natty Shack outside Augusta, Georgia?
The only time I've ever worn them, I believe, was on my bachelor party. We all bought pit vipes.
My sister got some for me before, like when they were only on the ski hill, like only.
Dude, you're the one who told me about them.
Yeah, she sent them to me for my birthday, and I was like, dude, this is kind of a tight gift. And then, like, as they got more and more popular, I was like, man, the people that are wearing these now are not people I want to look like. They were just.
It was like your second month at Grand X, and you were like, we just started talking about Pit Viper. Next thing you know, I was wearing to my bachelor party. You were invited to that bachelor party, weren't you?
Yeah, and have I explained why I didn't go?
I mean, I don't know if I would have gone. That would have been. You didn't really know you didn't know anybody that was going other than like Ross and
I knew that. Yeah, the people that I knew were Grand X, but the reason I didn't go is because I had just moved down to Austin, and while I appreciated the invite, I didn't have a great grasp on my finances, nor did I have a grasp on where I was going to live like the next month because I had a temporary living situation. And I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't go to like New Orleans and just get fucked up for 3 days.
Smart.
I regret it. I totally regret it now. If I wish I didn't know now. I'm going to botch that country line. Never mind. Country boy will need to take a back seat today. Should we jump into this? I'm really
Let's
excited.
get into it.
I'm really excited about this first topic we have.
Oh boy.
The McDonald's 90-minute challenge.
Okay.
Why 90 minutes? Is it just because you have to set an arbitrary time limit here?
I think it's not. So, okay, let's explain what this is. So if you go to, we'll post this from our account as well, but just to give the people an idea of what this is, it's a photo that's been making the rounds on pretty much everything. And it is a photo of 2 large fries from McDonald's, 3 double quarter pounders with cheese, 1 quarter pounder with cheese. It appears 2 dozen chicken nuggets and 4 large McDonald's sodas. And it asks, somebody offers you $3,500 to finish everything in this tray in 90 minutes. Would you do it?
So, Will, you just changed my perspective because I didn't realize those were double quarter pounders. I thought they were Big Macs. So this whole time I've been thinking there's that extra piece of unnecessary bread.
Nope. You got it.
So that changes things.
Yeah, it helps. But like there's a lot good about this and there's a lot wrong about this, in my opinion. Looking at it, it's a lot of food. And my initial reaction was like, yeah, I could do that. And then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, ooh, there are a couple things here that are going to tank me a bit.
So I will say this. I said this in the group chat. The soda, the beverage is the game changer. Now, I don't think we know what these are. If this is like Coca-Cola Classic, for example, that's a lot of sugar. If you were to drink 4 of those, you're going to get like over 100 grams of sugar easily. And that's going to really fill you up and make you feel like shit.
Intern Klein went on record saying in the group text, he said that he would wash everything down with those and it wouldn't be an issue. I think that is a very idealistic view of these sodas.
Klein, you silly bitch.
If you could if those were like Powerade or something, that's a game. That might be a difference maker. It might have the same amount of sugar, but like just the fizziness and sugariness of all this soda, I feel like it would end badly.
Just think of how bloated you'd be just from the soda alone. I mean, my issue with this whole thing is the reward. I don't think I'm doing this for less than like double, so $7,000, $10,000 area. Because it's just you're gonna feel like shit for a week.
No, you're not gonna feel like shit for a week. You're gonna feel like shit
at least 3 days.
No, not 3 days.
Have you ever seen Super Size Me? This is like Super Size Me, like condensed into one episode.
Yeah,
but that's like a guy that's building it up over like a long period of time, just like lining his arteries with this shit. Like you're just having one binge day.
By the way, I met Morgan Spurlock at the Smith across from the Barstool office in New York City.
Oh, how's he doing?
He was all right. I think he was with a producer. Anyway, I couldn't finish this challenge no matter if somebody offered me $1 million. I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it over a day.
$1 million, dude. The further the price goes up, $3,500 is not enough for me to try to do this. I mean, like $3,500's a fair amount of money.
Sure,
but like it's a really weird amount of money to assign to a challenge that seems this difficult. It just seems a little low for this challenge.
I'm gonna need at least 5. I'm gonna need a 5 on there. 5K is my bottom.
A 5 spot gets me interested, and I'm like, all right, I might actually be doing this right now.
I cruise to the nuggets and the fries are no problem for me. The burgers, I'd get 1 down and I'd have to wait hours. I couldn't do it. No matter how much I tried, how much money there was, I just physically couldn't do it.
The burgers.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the burgers are sneaky. They're very double quarter pounder. I mean, that's a lot of meat. 7 patties is nothing to poo-poo.
Now, would you potentially try to do this? Would you take some of the fries and put it as a condiment or an accessory to the burger and eat like a fry burger to knock it out quicker?
I'm not opposed to doing that. I wouldn't have come up with that on my own. Fries for me always fill me up the most, and they make me feel the worst after a big meal like that. If I just do a burger from a fast food joint, I feel a lot better than if I just pile on a bunch of fries too.
I will say I do like when a burger, like like a barbecue burger does the fried, the little onion things.
Yeah.
I love when those are on burgers.
I'm a fan of that.
Did you guys in like high school, did you have like the McGangbang and stuff like that at McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay. which I believe, if I remember correctly, is a McChicken in between, or 2 McChickens outside a Big Mac, right?
No.
How is it exactly structured?
Let me see. I don't think that's it. I think you're close, but I don't think that's it.
I don't remember it exactly. So sorry.
This is new to me.
It's called the McGangbang, and so this is from McDonald's wiki, which is just like some fan-run wiki page. And so the McGangbang is very popular, if not the most popular secret menu on the McDonald's secret menu that they have to offer. The McGangbang really started by putting a McChicken or a junior chicken, if you're from Canada, in between a double cheese or McDouble.
Got it. Okay.
So you take one double burger, you take it apart and do it right down the middle between the patties, and then you just put the McChicken right in there.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm shocked that Dave didn't have.
I've had one.
You've done it?
Yes.
I've never done it, but I've heard.
My buddy was telling me about it, and I was like, "Well, we have to at least try it." And I have to say, I did not hate it, but I will never do it. I'll never do it again.
We were more Whataburger boys.
What fast food restaurant do you think you could have the best success doing a challenge with?
Chick-fil-A.
Do you think is that just what you think you can eat the most of, or do you think you can out-eat other people with it?
It's just me. I don't think I have like a unique ability to eat a lot of food, but Chick-fil-A, based on my recent history, I could put back nuggets and it's not a problem.
Will, I'm going to come at your neck here and go Popeyes.
That's not mine. Don't worry about me. Popeyes is definitely what I can eat the most of.
Okay.
For me, I think it's actually McDonald's for me. If I just had those McDonald's nuggets in front of me, I could probably out-eat most people because I don't get tired of them.
What's your sauce at McDonald's, though?
The barbecue.
Yeah.
The barbecue, for sure.
I have not had McDonald's in a very, very long time. And I think it's important in these uncertain times to support local businesses. So I think I'm going to try McDonald's here in the next week or so.
That'd be tight. That's a good idea. I
haven't had McDonald's, anything besides McDonald's breakfast, probably in a decade.
That's what I used to eat. Like when I was living in Lubbock, I would go in and I would get an egg McMuffin or the egg white sandwich and just bring it to the office 3 times a week.
Anyone who says that McDonald's breakfast isn't good they're just on their high horse and they need to get off of it.
It's very good.
It's fine. Yeah, it's not going to blow your socks off, but it's sufficient. It's better. I'll tell you what. It's better than what Starbucks is rolling out.
Ooh,
and you know what? I'll go one further.
It's like
I'm going to go one further. It's better than Dunkin' Donuts.
I can't even compare. I don't know.
You've never had Dunkin' Donuts breakfast, Will?
Nope.
This is me flexing on Boston right now.
I think Dunkin' Donuts is a little too highly touted.
Ooh.
I like their coffee. It's just that their food is just okay.
I used to be a big Dunkin' Donuts guy. I would get their croissant, like their bacon, egg, and cheese croissants, and they're phenomenal. But they're terrible for it. And you can tell they're terrible. The go-to order at Starbucks is the ham and Swiss sandwich on that butter roll,
and then they microwave it.
And then it's a microwave oven, Dave, and they heat that sucker up, and that's fantastic. But I'm also not a breakfast guy. So
I don't want to rep like Starbucks being good, but the ham and cheese sandwich I had on the way to Dallas was really good. Yeah. And I don't care what any of you say. You didn't have a bite of it. It was a good sandwich.
You were high. You had to have been high.
I was not high.
Was that when you were doing business calls in a car that was going 70 in a torrential downpour?
Yeah,
with Friday beers.
I guess we could say that now. We had a call with Friday beers.
I was eating it with Friday beers on the phone. I'm trying to think of like other fast food restaurants, like Taco Bell. I would not. In high school I could have probably won like an eating contest with you guys with Taco Bell, but these days that stuff's not going down that quick. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. I really am. I've never had Taco Bell. Ever.
God, fuck off.
That's stupid. You've never had a cheese gordita crunch?
No.
You've never had like one of their quesadillas, a grilled stuffed burrito?
No.
You think you're better than us?
No.
You don't know the difference between a regular taco and the supreme taco is just sour cream and tomatoes on it? Like what's wrong with you?
Here's the problem. Our Taco Bell in Saratoga, which was like, like Harbor Springs has the fast food district is like outside the city.
It's not even a part of the city. It's in a different city.
Exactly.
We have to drive the town over.
Same. So we had the Taco Bell, but the Taco Bell was connected to the KFC.
Perfect.
And so I would just get the KFC because I was like, I didn't like Taco Bell.
You would get the bowl, wouldn't you?
The KFC, yeah, like the bucket stuff.
No, but you would get
the meal bowl. Yeah.
Potatoes, and chicken and cheese and gravy on top.
Exactly. I get my KFC, and like my buddies would get Taco Bell, or my parents would get Taco Bell. Yeah,
I would only go to the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
That's solid too.
I just do the A&W and Long John Silver's one.
Shouts to Yum Brands.
Dude, A&W is sneaky good.
Yum Brands out of Louisville, Kentucky.
What's that?
Aren't they out of Kentucky, Louisville?
Yeah.
Yum, dumb, and full of yum.
They should sponsor us and maybe send us to the Kentucky Derby and have like a box suite next to like,
Yeah, but then we'd have to walk around with like a mascot behind us all day, and
that's fine.
You don't want that. Like we're all in like blazers and shit, and
as long as we can make the request that Randy is the mascot, I'm fine with that.
The dog or the human?
Human.
Okay.
The dog will just be there.
That would be tight. People are like, "Oh, is that a service dog?" Dave's like, "No, he's my gambling guy."
Yeah, he's my bookie.
You play, you win, you pet the dog.
Good. That's good.
Hey, can we do if we're gonna do a casino trip, like the 5 of us? What's the best casino to go to in driving distance?
Lake Charles.
Windstar?
L'Auberge?
No, we are not going to Oklahoma. No, it's either the Golden Nugget or L'Auberge in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Okay, I think we have to do that.
It's here's the thing. It's like they took a decent hotel resort or casino out of Las Vegas, put it in Lake Charles. You're still in Lake Charles, which it's hot and humid. No offense, the weather's not great, but you're paying Vegas.
You like Mother Nature?
We got a lot of pretty much Cade in Lake Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you pay Las Vegas prices. It's expensive, and you're like, I'm in Lake Charles. I don't know if I should be paying $12 for this beer.
Ooh,
but I am.
Me having to cancel my Vegas trip, my first ever Vegas trip, was like a sign from God. It was like, dude, Will, you're not built for Vegas. Stop trying to make this happen. You're going to come back hating your life.
That's true. Where are you guys going to stay?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Vegas? I don't know how to say it. People say I say it wrong. I don't really care. I don't know. Sally's mom had us hooked up with some kind of situation, so I didn't really ask too many questions.
I think the Young family has more hotel points than anybody on the planet.
Klein might have them a little bit.
But yeah, but Klein has like Marriott points. So Klein's like, oh, I can get you the sick like,
dude, I like Marriott.
Residence Inn.
Go to Bonvoy, dude. Let's go to a Bonvoy.
He can hook us up with an extended stay.
The suites. Sorry, Klein.
I never find myself in an extended stay.
I don't either.
Didn't they used to call you extended stay in college?
I don't even know what that would mean.
Because you would just crash at your girlfriend's house for like weeks at a time, and a roommate would be like, "Why the fuck is Will still here?"
Yeah, Will needs to leave. What's his fucking deal?
Just eating all their like Doritos and shit.
Oh, dude, don't. I'll admit to eating chicken nuggets and McGangbangs. I'm not going to admit to eating like Doritos. What's
wrong with Doritos?
They're just gross. All the dust on your hands. Are you serious? Gross.
Oh my god.
That's any chip.
I did see somebody eating, and I love this move. It's a very me move, I guess. But I saw somebody on Instagram eating some Cheetos the other day with chopsticks out of the bag, and I was like, actually, that might be the best way for me to eat Cheetos.
That's like the new sorority girl Twitter movie is to eat Cheetos, is to eat like stuff with chopsticks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like every Kaylin, Lakeland, they all have fucking Cheeto chopsticks now.
When I was at the Chick-fil-A at LAX with Beto, I was eating my waffle fries with a fork because I have corona fears.
It's weird. I had major corona fears at the LAX, and I didn't really want to do anything about it.
I mean, as you should, right? Like there was like multiple cases that came through there.
Yeah, but at the time,
it was like the week after is when it really started like popping up in California. Up until then, it was like, oh, this could get bad. It's in China, Korea,
China.
It was also weird because
China.
Laguna Beach has a lot of Asian tourists, and because they were not coming over there, it was just a weird time. And so, like, I remember somebody asking me on our wedding day, they were like, "Hey, are you guys worried about like this coronavirus stuff?" And I was like, I honestly don't really know all that much about it, but like right now, not really. And then as like the couple days after that, I was like showing up at LAX, and there was a dude coughing next to us. I was like, "Yep, we gotta move." I don't like.
Yeah, no thanks.
I
Hey,
gotta
what
be
do you-
honest, Will. I thought it was in poor taste that you guys didn't address it in your ceremony.
We should have. We should have.
Just gotten out in front of it.
I'm so thankful that we decided to move our wedding up like we did. I can't even imagine. I feel so bad for people that are having to scramble now and like redo everything. It's just it would have been terrible. And my heart truly goes out to anybody that has to like redo a wedding. Sally and I were going through all the things that we would have had to redo. It would have been hell.
Oh,
I just feel awful for people that have to do it.
hey, what did LC and Spencer get you for your wedding?
Their gift has not arrived yet.
That's weird.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Steven never returned my DM. So
Huh.
I'm gonna have to hit up Dieter and be like, "Hey, what's the deal with the squad?"
Oh, Dieter.
Oh, Dieter, yeah.
Dieter was great.
Dude, Dieter is a hunk.
He's looking okay now. Not that great.
Really? He hasn't aged well?
I mean, he looks pretty much the same. He looks like just an older version of the high school kid he was, and he was fine.
He just had the edgy name.
Yeah. He had the cool guy name.
Dieter, yeah.
Hey, do you guys want to talk about Postmates real quick?
I'd love to.
Ooh,
I actually
Tony
Postmates yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any cool like codes though, so I just did the real Postmates.
Well, we got codes for the people at home.
Oh
It's
yeah.
from an early morning breakfast burrito to a bottle of wine after work. Sometimes you just need what you need delivered fast, and that's where Postmates comes in. I mean, we've all used it a million times. I'd say probably 90% of the time I use it, I'm hungover, and it's like my saving grace, and I'm so thankful that it's there. But that's just me.
I've used it quite a bit during the last few weeks in these uncertain times.
I need to use it during the uncertain times. I've just I have too many groceries I have to go through. But I mean, you can even do it with groceries. They don't just deliver burgers and sushi. They actually make life easier with grocery delivery and whatever I can think of delivery to, convenience stores, clothing stores, you name it. No more trips to the store, no more late night food runs. I don't even have to worry about where to grab lunch anymore. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use code CIRCLING. That's code CIRCLING for $100 off free delivery credit with no minimum purchase for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it. Do we want to talk about our the Phil and Tiger match?
Yeah, apparently there's been an addition.
We had some pre-podcast Brett's breaking news.
Yeah, so on yesterday's Patreon episode, we discussed the possibility. Was it yesterday or is that Monday?
Time is
Nobody
just a flat
knows.
circle at this point.
Time is a flat circle, correct, Brett? Yeah, but we talked about the possibility of Tiger and Phil playing a match together in a much more casual way than what they did last year. Was that on Thanksgiving weekend?
Yes.
I think did you and I just decide to turn it off and go get drunk somewhere, Dave? Or was that somebody else that might have done
No,
that?
I was at home watching. My dad and I made the wives and my sister watch it, and they were not happy because it went on forever and it wasn't that exciting.
And I was like, you know what? I'd rather be at a bar right now. This stinks.
Yeah, and also apparently this new version won't have the fake gambling. Maybe it will, but like the gambling, and they weren't even using their own money. They were using like sponsors' money. It's just like, who cares? These guys are already like multi-millionaires.
Yeah,
Wasn't it on Bleacher Report?
Yeah,
that's why it was so bad. Bleacher is the worst.
Damn, dude.
No,
so
I will not apologize for that.
So can you explain the breaking news, Brett? I didn't read the article because I couldn't find it, but I did read another article.
Sure. So the breaking news is that it's going to be a 2-on-2 match now. And the other two players are Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. So it's going to be Peyton, Tiger, Tommy, and Phil.
Is this confirmed?
This was a CNBC article, so I'm going to trust them.
I read the article on Forbes.
I'll take their word for it too.
Okay.
I don't see the point in this.
I mean, what is the point anymore of anything? It's just like,
here's the thing, because Peyton Manning has a little bit of personality. He is, as many have accurately called, sports funny. Most people like him. He's fun. To me, he doesn't move the needle. I don't really find him that entertaining. And Tom Brady is Tom Brady. I would watch just for Tom Brady, honestly, because he's just such a psychopath. I want to see how that translates to the golf course.
is Tom any good? Like, I know Peyton's like a 3 or a 4, right? Is like,
I feel like Tom's like a 8 or a 9.
Yeah,
Tom's the only one that I don't know anything about in terms of golf. I don't have any personal connection to Peyton Manning at all, and I'm kind of in the same boat as Dave. Like, he is sports funny, but he doesn't move the needle that much for me. Tom Brady does move the needle for me, but not in this sense. And like, I don't necessarily know if I care about Tom Brady being involved in this. Like, I would watch it. I wish they were just doing 2 other golfers that they selected, and they were just talking shit and actually, like, I don't want to watch Tom Brady blade one on a hole. I'd rather just watch a bunch of dudes like throwing down money and just throwing darts at it.
I don't know. I don't know the way you make this, because like the thing about tournament golf is that you can always go to another shot. And these guys, when you're forcing them to talk to each other in between shots, which is going to be like, what, 90% of the broadcast is going to be not golf.
Put each of them in a cart together, strap it with everything, and then just let it go unfiltered. But I don't think these guys are going to let it go unfiltered.
No, they're absolutely
got images to protect, and especially like, I don't think Tiger and Phil care about their images because they pretty much run their own shit. But like Peyton Manning, now that he sees what Romo's doing, he's probably going to protect his image a little bit more, trying to get that money.
Dude, or he's not. He's like the broadcasting white whale. He keeps turning down like $14 million a year to go broadcast.
I don't know if I want him broadcasting stuff.
Oh, I do.
I don't. I feel like Peyton Manning's the guy who was always like the jock in high school and like the alpha, the quarterback. And he had people around him that would like overly laugh at his like just okay jokes. And like that carried into the NFL. And now it's like carrying into this. And it's like he probably has this false sense of confidence of how funny he really is.
His SNL stuff is actually funny, but he doesn't write any of that. Like, his skits are funny. The one where he's throwing darts at the little kids is great. But it's just, he doesn't do it for me.
Man.
Oh, and noted Broncos fan, Brett Merriman over here.
Yeah. He would be fan if it was him and Nance doing golf and then football with like, I don't know. I think he'd be better than Romo.
That's got golf nap written all over it.
Oh, absolutely.
How does Romo not get in this?
I would like Romo to like MC it.
Dude, he couldn't, dude. He would just be the vein face meme kid the whole time. He would just want to be hitting shots.
He'd be begging for a celebrity shot the entire time.
Just with his short ass backswing.
Is he a fellow?
Are you modeling your swing after Romo, Dave?
Huh?
Are you modeling your swing after Romo?
Yeah. It works for him because his hips are so big and wide. He's just got such a big body. Not for me as much, but no, dude, Romo, I would like to see Romo actually up against, if Peyton's really a 3 or 4, I assume Romo is like a 1 or scratch. That might be interesting. I don't think Tom's good enough to compete though.
Peyton also could be a 12. I'm pulling 3 and 4 totally out of my ass there. I just see him golf a lot. I feel like he's always in the pro-ams and shit.
He's always in the Pebble Beach one.
Yeah, I can see Eli being sneaky good.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. You know, Cooper's actually the best golfer.
He's like the best everything, right?
Yeah, he had a couple of ribs removed though, so derailed his golf career.
He get that surgery or what?
Hey, you said that Bleacher Report covered the thing last year?
I thought so.
I think that's right. I was curious. Do you think Dylan is leaving the Wash to go to be an editor at Bleacher Report?
You have to think.
That's the most likely destination. Yeah. No, I heard Barstool's going to pick him up actually.
Is that what so that was your whole deal? You came in here as a mole to send them Dylan, like our most noted personality.
Dylan wanted to hire Brett so that Brett could set him up with a job at Barstool.
God, that's such a sneaky long con.
We made that deal at Matt's El Rancho. I'm actually just Dylan's agent.
I would fight Dylan if he did that.
I
Yeah,
respect it.
He would beat
I'd
me up,
fight
but I'd
him.
fight him.
It'd be the long
I
con,
respect
but-
it.
I'd have to ambush him or something. I'd have to get like a paintball gun and like snipe him from outside of his new house or
It's
something.
just it's kind of weird because they're making a move to New York, but he just moved into his house like last week.
Yeah, doesn't
So-
seem like the move. Are they going to
Doesn't
move the
make a lot of
house up
sense.
from Austin to New York?
No, they said the shipping on that's kind of outrageous. So
They're having
As
to
I-
ship it from Europe.
yeah,
It's expensive.
How much does it cost to move a house?
Dude, I don't know. So after we packed up the studio for the last time, I was driving back to my apartment and I was on the highway, and I was like, "Oh man, it's just great driving during the coronavirus because there's just no traffic in Austin." And so I was driving down 360, and I pull up, and going 40 miles an hour down the middle of the highway is a house taking up the entire highway. And I was like, "Well, this went downhill real quick."
yeah. They're like when they say oversized, they are oversized.
Are you
Oh, yeah,
sure it
no-
wasn't Are you sure it wasn't John Duda?
It might have been wide load, John, dude. It did say wide load on the back, and I started laughing because I was like, "Yep, there's John." Yeah, it was just very inconvenient.
The next Wash Media live stream happy hour. We need a better name for that, by the way. But word has it that dude is going to be in the mix.
Dude, I hit up hashtag. I put him on the spot because he's everything hashtag touches turns to gold. So I was like, dude, what should we name this? And he still has not gotten back to me.
If anyone out there has any names, we're taking suggestions.
I do like some sort of happy hour being involved, but
There's a theme there. There's a theme. Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. Do we know when this Tiger Phil match is going to actually happen?
they said shooting for May.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
But like if it's just the crew and stuff, like maybe.
Yeah. It's going to be Corona friendly.
Yeah.
I still think that I don't think that doing anything like that, if it's tied to any corporate sponsor, is a good look for that sponsor. You don't want to be the first people doing that kind of stuff before like anything's lifted. So
What
even
if
What if it's like FEMA? Then they probably get backlash. They're like, why are you spending this much money on a Tiger Phil match when you should be
that
like
makes sense.
building?
if I'm in the PR department of any major company, I'm like, no, guys, we're gonna wait until some other company fucks up first, and then we can dive in and try to make our money back that we just lost.
What if there's a charitable aspect for COVID-19?
Yeah,
That would change things. That changes things.
I
This
think
is
that-
why-
I mean, I'm assuming that's going to be their workaround in all this.
Why don't they just let No Laying Up cover this? They should just let the NLU guys go out and cover it like they do their Wonderful World of Golf stuff on YouTube, and just let them do it. It's a small enough crew.
I mean, I think Wash Media would be another option they could use.
We can go cover it. Like I'm fine. Like I'll stand there with one of those giant ass mics with the furry top on it.
We'll just put like 70 pounds of camera gear on Randy's back, and like he does the sound and the video.
Yeah, he's just got a rucksack. Can you guys
What's
hear
going
that?
on out there? Yeah, is
Yeah,
it crash day?
Yeah, it is. Yep. It's great.
Oh, I couldn't hear it.
I love trash day at my place. It's just the best. It's just so awesome. I don't know what the garbage dudes do, but they managed to be outside in the alley of our apartment. They managed to be out there for about a half hour to 45 minutes every single trash day. So mainly Mondays and Wednesdays. And it's just pretty amazing. There's only 3 dumpsters out there, and I can't imagine it takes 10 minutes each dumpster. But it's their job, not mine. So I'll leave it to the professionals.
Okay.
Sorry, that was steam room.
That was a low key steam.
I just pressed the steam button. It didn't work. I'm a little worried
Yeah,
about our soundboard right now.
We're derailing.
That's okay. Can we talk about something that I've thought way too much about over the last few days?
Sure.
It's the noted former guest of the podcast, Shido. Call me Shido on Twitter.
Familiar with them?
Are you familiar with him, David? He tweeted something the other day, and it said, and I quote, as I pull it up, I'm sorry for the delay. internet speed's lacking. It says, you can load the dishwasher any way you want, really. The dishes will get clean. Water goes everywhere in there. I saw this tweet. It made me laugh, and this was before it went viral. It has 12.5K retweets and 170,000 likes, and it's just great. He responded with a photo of his dishwasher where he has loaded it with pretty much no organization at all, and people are very, very upset about this. I used to live for a little bit when Sally was living with Lily, noted mail-in, sometimes co-host. She was living with Lily, and I was loading the dishwasher one day, and I have a very defined way of doing it, and I do it the exact same way every single time. And she came up to me, and she was like, Will, that's not how you load a dishwasher. And I was like, it enraged me. I was like, are you kidding? Like, I've been doing this my entire life. I worked as a dishwasher at one point. Like, don't tell me how to do it. And it was at that moment that I realized that people get very, very upset if you tell them how to do it. And this tweet has shown that. Do you guys have any issue with how you load a dishwasher? Do you have any method to your mayhem?
Yeah, so it turns out I've been doing it wrong my whole life, as I learned once I got married. And I think the new way, here's where I lack. I'm not good at, I will be like, oh, there's too many dishes. We're going to have to hand wash some. And Alyssa will come in and rearrange it, and it'll fit fine. So, like, I clearly am an idiot, and I don't know, like, how to, get stuff to compartmentalize and all that. I have one rule, though, and it's that all the bowls, I don't like them when they're on their side. I feel like the bowls need to be where the bowl part is facing down to get maximum cleanliness. And apparently that you don't really need that. But it's just in my head, I can't get past it. If the bowl's sitting upright, like where the bowl part is going to the side, it's still going to get just as clean, but that has not clicked with me yet.
I do the bowls on the top shelf, and they are facing at a 45-degree angle downward.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're getting that. And I just stack them on top of each other on the top row, middle section. I just started doing this recently. I don't want to sound like I'm like a hardo when it comes to doing dishwasher stuff. Like, I do believe that water does go everywhere in the dishwasher and that it truly doesn't really matter. All I'm trying to do is fit as much as possible so I don't have to do what Dave said, which is hand wash any dishes.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I follow the bowls on top. I'm the same as Dave. I go full flip though. Those things are facing straight down. And then living by myself, I can kind of do it however I want, and it's been successful so far. And it's just like simply I just put the plates in the bottom and the pans and shit down there. Also, I'm such a bad, like, if I cook with like a pasta pan and I make a bunch of stuff in it, I won't hand wash it. I'll just throw it in the dishwasher.
Oh, see that now?
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. You do what?
Like, say I'll make like an Italian pasta with like peppers and pesto and all that kind of shit and chicken. I'll just like dump it out, and then I won't clean it right away. And say I leave it for too long, I'll just throw it in the dishwasher.
What's your problem?
I know. I'm sorry.
You don't have to do that.
What about rice? Because rice is like notorious. You got to clean it out before you put it in the dishwasher.
I think if I'm doing rice, I don't think I've made rice in a pasta pan. I only do it in a skillet. So.
Wait, I'm sorry?
I haven't made rice in like a saucepan or like a pasta pan. I've done chicken like skillet rice with like vegetables and stuff. That's what I did.
Like bagged rice and like a thing like.
I've done bagged rice too if I'm feeling lazy, but usually I just do rice like it's bad. Yeah, I guess it's bagged rice that I pre-made in a skillet after.
I really wish Dylan was here to tell us like his like totally trash way of washing dishes.
Dylan either is like max efficiency or the trashiest of all of us, and I'm not sure where he lands.
I'm gonna guess somewhere in the middle.
No, it's all or nothing.
Everything I just said. Like I just said, it's got to be one or the other. I do. So what makes me really mad, and I actually thought about calling in the mail-in and just leaving a voicemail about this, but Sally is a big she's a big proponent of just taking a bowl that she has just eaten out of and then filling it with water, leaving it in the sink and being like, oh no, it needs to soak. And I'm like, no, nothing. You cook chili or chowder in a giant thing needs to soak.
I don't think I've ever needed anything to soak in my life.
Oh.
Unless you're at BYU.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
that is the ultimate like dumping the puck.
yeah.
It's just you're just stalling. You're buying yourself some time.
She did it the other day with something that was legit. She made cornbread muffins for our chili, and the cornbread tin was absolutely caked with cornbread. And I was like, all right, this is a time where this actually might need to soak with some soap. And it didn't bug me. But when I see a bowl of cereal sitting there and it's got like kind of tainted water with the milk and it's just sitting there soaking, I'm like, what? Like, this doesn't need to soak. The Rice Krispies weren't sticking to this thing before.
You get cereal's one where like you don't want the milk to sit there, but also the cereal will cake onto the side very easily if there's any left. You got to be careful with that. That's one you want to immediately scrub. Do y'all use the little wand? We have the wand that you can press the button and it has the dish detergent.
No, we have one, and for some reason I don't even know what's happening to it. Like, it just keeps disappearing. So we just have this really like rudimentary sponge routine that we've just been doing with normal sponges.
I need a wand big time, Dave. I might have to, if you have any recommendations, please send to me after the podcast.
Okay. It shouldn't be that hard.
Actually, you know what I've learned how to do? Not learned, but like I never believed in this until this year, is the when you're doing stuff in the oven, putting tin foil on the pan.
You just discovered the tin foil?
I just discovered the tin foil, yeah.
Dude, it saves you all the time in the world. It's
the greatest. It's literally top 5 things that I've learned in Texas.
You don't have to wash the pan.
You don't have to do anything.
I don't even man. I'm kind of wasteful, and I do 2 layers of tin foil every time just to make sure that my laziness doesn't get impeded by a dirty pan.
It's the best.
Wow.
It's very cocky of me to do that. Brett, I feel like people have a very similar outlook on their showering as they do when it comes to loading a dishwasher. Are you just like the pits, nuts, and butt kind of guy, or do you scrub down the entire body of work there?
I don't want to call it scrub. I'm probably not as thorough, but I do hit the legs. I do hit the feet. I hit the behind the knees, behind the ears, like stuff that you don't think about. But
I think about them.
I think it's good you don't have to scrub your legs. It does it for you when all the soap starts running down from your upper body.
It's the gravity wash.
I used to abide by that because I never was taught differently, but now I've realized, like, no, that's crazy. You have to, like, I don't do it every single day. My legs don't need to be washed unless I've been working out. My legs don't need to be washed every single day.
Yeah, I mean, I think every day I do just like a one up, one down on each leg, and then the feet.
You got to get some suds and you got to get some friction.
I'm a loofah boy.
Ooh, I'm not.
We know that.
I got suds and friction.
I just have the
loofah is always.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just gonna say the loofah is always. It's weird to me because like you buy them at the grocery store and like a lot of times they're in like this open cage and they're just sitting out for anybody to walk by or cough on or touch or dig through. And it's like, this is what's going to be scrubbing me down later. And they're like 99 cents. They're too cheap. That bothers me how cheap they are. They last like, I feel like you're supposed to get rid of them or wash them like every week, right?
I don't know. I know that if you look at the statistics of them, like they are actually more filled with germs than if you did other ways. But I just love how much lather it puts out. And I feel like it counteracts, and I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I can't get away from the loofah. When I go to a hotel, Sally brought a loofah to our wedding so that I could shower with one in our shower at the hotel because no hotels have loofahs.
You need to exfoliate.
Yeah, I need to start. I mean, I don't know. My showering, I've been showering twice every single day during quarantine.
Wow.
Just a way to pass the
Really?
time. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I've been working out every day for the first time in a really long time, so I kind of have to shower like at least once. And I shower when I wake up, but I don't like working out in the morning, so I don't work out in the morning at all.
So you're just
shower twice.
You go double up. I wake up like obviously I haven't showered yet. I'm gonna work out, then shower, then like the afternoons. I've been doing like midday showers in quarantine. It's weird. Just after my workout.
I don't have like a routine set yet, and I think that's a good thing. But I just kind of think to myself like mid-afternoon, I'm like, all right, well, I've got the energy now. I'm gonna hop on the Peloton and do it, and then shower, and then before I know it, it's like cocktail time, and I'm like, well, I just ended my day at like 3:00, and now I'm drinking a beer at 5, and probably
Dude.
not gonna do anything for the rest of the day.
I'm about to implement a rule that says no, you cannot have any cocktails or beers at night unless you work out at all during the day.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
Because otherwise, like I took yesterday off to kind of recover, and I had a glass of wine. I had 2 glasses of wine.
Whoa.
What kind?
And
Great.
I don't know, something Alyssa bought down the street, the bread basket. But I kind of was like, man, I didn't earn this. I don't know. It's Tuesday, and I don't want to get into the point where I'm drinking every night.
Oh, I'm there. Like,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
too.
close.
I'm having at least one every single night.
I'm there too. And I'm trying to think back to like if I wasn't there before, because I like to have a glass of wine with dinner like 4 nights a week probably, but I'm not drinking 4 nights a week. You know?
I'm not drinking. I'm having a glass of wine with dinner, a beer while I watch something real quick. Like I'm only allowing myself pretty much one drink.
Yeah.
And so yeah, one's fine with me. But I agree, Dave. I'm a lot less likely to start drinking if I haven't done something earlier. I'm trying to come out of this quarantine looking hot as fuck.
Here's the deal. If I'm playing Call of Duty with some dudes and like they're like, hey, hang on, I gotta go crack a beer, and they're drinking, I'm like, well, I kind of want to drink a beer too. Like that would make this a little bit better. So they don't even pressure me, but if I hear that there's dudes drinking, like I am immediately like cracking Peronis.
Do you need to? Oh, do you crack it on your microphone so they can hear you?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not that douchey.
Just do it.
I should.
Damn.
Should we do this weekend in quarantine?
Yeah.
The excitement behind you guys.
I got invited to play golf. I'm not going to play though, so that's
Really?
different.
Are you allowed to say who?
A couple people, a buddy of mine who lives around here, and then Dan. Dan's playing golf today, like Falcon Head or something.
Okay.
Apparently, Lions has been popping. Like Dylan Fratelli was out there.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw Dylan Fratelli's story.
Yeah, I actually follow another guy who was golfing with Dylan Fratelli. That's how I found out. I don't follow Fratelli. He comments too much on every single golf meme account, and I don't want to support that.
That's
I get it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I also try not to follow too many golfers. I don't need my Discover feed being a bunch of like. I feel like the more golfers you follow, the more your Discover feed is filled with like hot girl golf accounts, and I don't need my Discover feed filled with that at this point.
Sure.
I also abide by that rule.
How did we get here from this weekend in quarantine?
I got invited to play golf.
Are you not going to play?
No, but it's different. It's something that could have had. It was hypothetical. So
I'm not a big fan of the going and playing golf move right now.
No.
I feel like
I want to, but I don't know. Maybe a range. Like, is that too much?
I just don't want to interact with people.
Yeah, I don't want to be around people. I don't want someone to reach in the cup and grab my ball and throw it to me, and then I'm like, well, I need to go wash my hands at the halfway house.
So they're raising the cups. The cups are sticking out, so you don't have to.
I don't know. I feel like it's bending the rules, and I understand why people want to go do it. They're bored, but at the same time, it's like, oh, you aren't supposed to gather. I'm a Scrooge. I'm sorry.
I'll be hanging out here though.
Do you have anything you're watching on deck?
I just finished my Wire rewatch, or I've got the finale.
Oh, really? When did you start that? You didn't tell me you were doing that.
I watched the last couple seasons.
Oh,
but
you didn't want to start from the beginning with me.
I might, dude. I mean, I've watched it twice. No, I've watched it like 1.5 times, and I'd be willing to go back and start with 1 and watch 1 through 4. No, I'm not going to do Ozark. I'm not there yet in my level of desperation. So I don't know. I'm looking.
I am doing Ozark this weekend. Sally and I haven't started it yet. It's a pretty serious show, and we haven't really wanted to to start it these past few nights. And so I think this weekend's going to be the tipping point where it's like, all right, we actually need to get into this. I don't know. I've got a lot of shows that I need to tie up right now. I've been watching the English Game on Netflix, and that one's done. I got to finish part 2 of the Chris Benoit documentary. I've got last 2 episodes of Love Island Australia season 2. Look out for season 1 recap on Patreon featuring Sally and Michael Weiner.
Wow.
Whoa.
I know. And so I don't know. I've got a lot of TV to catch up on, but I'm still kind of going crazy. I don't know how much TV I can watch like consecutively still. I'm having trouble. Like I have the worst ADD I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, I get it.
Halfway through,
I got Curb last season, a Curb to go through. So
how many
that's
episodes do you have left of that?
I've only watched the first 2 or 3.
Oh, dude, you got to save those for a night when you're like really desperate and you're feeling down, and you can just like pop that on and just love it.
Oh, that's every night.
I mean, that's fair. Brett, what are you doing? You going to Houston?
No, I think Caroline and I are going to continue our couples quarantine. So she's coming here. So she just is at home all week by herself, and then same. So we just kind of we're not seeing anybody else besides the one person. So
I trust you.
I think that's a fair option. Is Dave about to cut me? What are you doing?
It's a roast hand.
Dave is roast handing you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Dave. I mean, I trust her. She trusts me to not like we're not like involved in the communities. So,
well,
people say that about you.
I was talking to my buddy in China, and he was quarantined for 6 weeks in China.
Yeah,
like if you've been quarantined for 2 weeks and
China.
If you've been quarantined for 2 weeks and you've been very strict about it, and you know that you've got a small group, like another couple or something that's also been very strict about it, he's like, then I'm under the impression from my experience that you can go hang out with those people as long as you know that they're not being reckless elsewhere. But this is only after 2 weeks and only after you know that you don't have any symptoms at all.
Yeah.
But I'm screwed on this front, even though I do agree with him and I trust him because he did live through it for longer than we have. And but at the same time, I can't do any of that because of Sally being at the hospital. She's really fucking apart, and I'm trying to get her to just rent her own apartment for the next few months and just stay alone so I can start hanging out with people and just partying and stuff. But she's not having it.
Don't you have the cot at Wilmon's that you can?
Maybe, but I don't want to be the one that moves out. It's really hard to get your wife to move out month 2 into marriage.
That's fair.
It's not ideal.
Can you pull back the curtain? Can you even see like Micah?
So Micah and I have been, our dog park is open because it's a big dog park. And so they're not worried about people. I mean, as long as people are being responsible there, it's not a big deal. And so I have been seeing Micah, but it's been only at the dog park, open air, and more than 6 feet away. So I hung out with him yesterday. But in terms of like that's pretty much as far as I'll go because I don't want to be irresponsible for anybody. And like I said, with Sally being at the hospital all the time, it just makes it really difficult on us. We are going to have to really ride this out longer than a lot of people are.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But luckily, Austin's not totally overrun yet, except for those idiots from UT. Do you guys see that?
No.
Oh, yeah. The spring breakers.
What a bunch of idiots.
They chartered a plane.
28 spring break kids from UT went on spring break. They chartered a plane down to Cancun.
No, dude, it was like 70 of them, and 28 of them have it.
Yeah, so 28 have corona. Like, I'm sorry, like this,
dude.
I want them to get in trouble from like the university. The university needs to get them in trouble, and I'm sorry, their parents are idiots. These are college kids who are paying for a chartered flight down to Mexico. They're not paying with their own money for this shit. Their parents need to be accountable.
Their parents don't even look at the credit card statement. They'll never know.
Dude, idiot.
I guess the one silver lining is that they were like all on the same plane. They didn't get on like JetBlue flights back, but
true. And I mean, now they're all going to be fucked. They're all quarantined. And like, I mean, I don't obviously like, I don't want anything bad to happen to these kids, but like they really asked for it by doing what they did. Yeah. It's unfortunate that they even thought that was a good idea.
You put a lot of other people in danger too. Be selfless one time.
It is. That's a good point, Brett. At least they weren't like on like a Southwest flight.
Yeah.
at least
really fucking people.
idiocy was contained.
But they had to deal with like the people that bag people they interacted with, TSA. I mean,
Yeah,
they put anybody, the Uber drivers that I'm sure they all have, they put them at risk.
If you charter a flight, you're just putting the crew at risk. You mostly don't have to go through TSA or anything, right?
If it's a private jet, you don't have TSA, but
I don't know. If it's
I don't know.
70 people, it sounds like it's going to be.
Can you charter a flight? Like, if I wanted to charter a Southwest flight, could I charter a Southwest flight?
Yeah.
If I wanted to?
Yeah. It
Interesting.
costs a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I'm never going to do that, but
6 days, but
ooh, be sick though.
it would be tight. Actually, maybe it was 6 figs for like a 757 or 767, whatever we did for the Broncos. But
I was going to say, did you guys ever do that with
Ooh,
Barstool?
subtle.
what's that?
You guys ever do that with Barstool?
Never the big ones, just the little ones that also were very, very expensive.
A Cessna.
Not a Cessna. Not that tiny, but no. I mean, you're always going to go 20 to 30 grand ish for a small one.
That's more money than I have.
Yeah.
In these uncertain times, David, I don't think we can justify chartering a plane anytime soon.
I'll continue to fly commercial.
That's big of you.
It's important to support the airlines in their time of need.
Will you announce that on Twitter?
My announcement. I'm taking my talents to commercial airliners.
Did you guys see the blogger mom who got absolutely skewered?
Oh
No.
yeah, there's a whole thread.
What'd she do?
So there's like a famous blogger mom who did she never had it, or did she have it? Coronavirus?
I didn't see that she had it.
I don't know if she had it or not, but she made this like big announcement that she was moving her family to Florida in an RV or something, and so essentially she's doing what you were told not to do, and so she's telling her like 1.5 million followers about this, and now people are like, okay, you're doing the exact opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. You're traveling like across the country with your family and exposing. It's so bad, but she just got flamed.
And she was already very insufferable about it too.
Yeah. I hate the reason I saw the tweet was because someone quote tweeted the tweet, and it was from one of the girls from the Hey Ladies Fallout.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the one that accused me of plagiarism and said that I did it because I'm a man. And I was like, oh, okay. And you've never read one thing I've ever written. And now she works for the New York Times, so that's good.
Wow.
She's since deleted those tweets, by the way.
Oh, she's deleted every tweet. Yeah, she's a tweet deleter. And so I would really like, I don't know. She's one person online who I would like to have a strong worded conversation with. I need to go high when others go low.
Yeah, she threw around like when you call somebody a plagiarist, it's kind of.
Yeah. And it makes me like, I hate the fact that she works for the New York Times right now. She just got she got absolutely validated in her life by working for them and like being like, I don't know, quote unquote, like the
it fits her with fake news and whatnot.
Yep, that's true. Enough about her. Anything else? Do we need to get out of here?
This is Angry Dave.
Oh, I like that.
Dave, can we get a Twitch update?
Yeah,
No.
what's the Twitch?
Champagne. No, I've got a backer who emailed me.
Okay.
And he said he is in IT and he set up multiple Twitch streams. So I emailed him back and gave him kind of a rundown of the issues we're having, and we'll see.
Can I do a quick announcement to anyone that's listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found?
Yeah, why not?
We are officially uploading every single free episode of Circling Back to our YouTube page. Just search Washed Media, and you'll find it. But we're putting all the free episodes. So every Monday and Wednesday episodes going up there. And we're putting clips up from the Patreon episodes. Go subscribe. Go check it out. If you're bored and you are tired of watching Ozark, you can put our mediocre-looking faces on the TV. We're hot, right? Are we hot?
Yeah, we're Caroline's mom said she very much enjoys watching the podcasts more than listening to them. So
Really?
yeah.
Shout.
So officially endorsed.
But yeah, go check it out. We don't have a plan for the Patreon episodes on video yet, just because there isn't a really natural way for us to put those on there, but we will be doing that in some capacity soon. So just stay stay tuned. But I feel bad because a bunch of people have asked, like, where can I find it? And it's like, well, we kind of just started doing this. So,
And also a note on the Patreon itself, just watch for just content.
yeah, I think we're just like I
What?
said, I'm doing the Island recap with Micah and Sally this afternoon, and then I think we're going to do a part 2 next week with Micah, Sally, and another special guest who is yet to be named.
Wow. We're just going to go just content April for Patreon.
I'm excited about April. I'm glad we're out of March, man. What a terrible month.
She was bad. Can you tell that I've been wearing? Look at this shirt. This shirt barely survived March. Look at the collar. What's up with this?
Yeah, dude, what's up with that?
Michael Jordan,
I don't know.
a bacon collar, dude.
I mean, it's just trash. It's my wear around shirt. Barely made March.
I'm happy that we're done with the last month jokes now, though. Those were fun for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird though, man. Micah, as Micah said yesterday, he's like, dude, Pete Buttigieg was still a presidential candidate in March. And I was like, fuck. Like, yeah, the people are, I mean, it's crazy.
I forgot about that, dude.
The longest month of all time.
Mayor Pete. That's gonna be the next person Dave sees in LAX is Mayor Pete.
If I see Mayor Pete at the airport, I promise you I will get a photo with him.
Honestly, it doesn't compare to Beto.
No, Beto's a pop culture icon.
Where does Beto live in Texas?
He might be in Austin now, but I know he was in El Paso.
Yeah, I think he still is in El Paso. Did he have one of those like Spitfire backpacks with like the skateboard thing on it?
No, he had a JanSport.
I could see him having that, or the Osiris backpack that they used to have with the speakers on it.
No, he didn't have that.
So sick. Can we get out of here?
Sure. I'm gonna go do nothing.
No, dude, go close some deals at least.
Well, I'm gonna work out, and I have a couple deals on the burner that I'm just waiting on emails back from. So
Sick. Is Dave taking a call right now?
Dave's closing.
All right, let's get out of here. Someone want to do a love you bye real quick?
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.